This is a 1982 Great Lakes biplane, a replica of the 2T1 sport trainer built in 1929. Winston was featured in last week's episode of Flying Doodles, where he showed us his monocoop project. This week, he takes us flying in 40-degree weather. Winston has a passion for anything Golden Age aviation. When he first acquired the Great Lakes, it had some propeller issues, and he ended up making his own to fit on the front of it. Winston's Great Lakes is powered by a 5-cylinder Kinner engine. Even though it was freezing cold, Winston showed me a great time as we flew over Galveston.
This is a home-built replica of the Great Lakes 2T1 sport trainer that was designed in 1929, and it was built in 1982. There are some differences between this and the original Great Lakes because it has the Kinner engine is the biggest thing. The original Great Lakes had a 90 horsepower Cirrus, which is an inline motor, and so this one has the Kinner. When it was first built, it had the 125 horsepower Kinner, and then in 1982 the airplane was recovered, restored in 1992, excuse me, and they put the bigger 160 horse Kinner R55 on it. There are some other differences as well. The landing gear is longer for the bigger propeller. It's a 92-inch diameter propeller. This is, most Great Lakes you see have the swept upper wing. This one was done exactly like the very first model, so it has a straight upper wing. They did that because of the tail heaviness issue, and this one has a lot heavier motor, so it kind of took care of that problem. And then the vertical fin is also the later version. It's actually taller, and the rudder, vertical fin and rudder are larger. And it helps with the landing gear because it has a wider gear. It's pretty easy to handle. Very easy airplane to land. I have approximately 15 to 20 hours in it. It's a lot bigger airplane than I'm used to because I'm used to flying a Peton pole. But actually, in a lot of ways, it's easier to fly than the Peton pole because Peton pole's just really light and twitchy is how I explain it. And the wind just kind of blows you around. This one's more solid. It's faster, has a faster stall speed and all that, but it's no big deal. It's very docile.
Are they aerobatic?
Yes, Great Lakes are real good aerobatic. They did used to call them an aerobatic trainer. Some people called it that, but from what I've seen in the old brochures and stuff, it was mainly called a sport trainer.
Have you done any aerobatics?
Not yet. Stan Humphrey has talked about flying with me in it because he's real experienced with all that. So, yeah. This is a copy of the Cincinnati propeller that was on it before. That one got damaged and was removed. When I bought the airplane, I had to get a propeller for it, so I made this one. And I copied the original Cincinnati propeller, and that propeller was originally made for a Myers OTW, which is another biplane that kind of competed with the Stearman for primary trainers in the military or Army and Navy, and but they had this motor, and it's about the same speed, but this pitch is a little bit fine. So if I ever do something else with the propeller, I'm going to put a little bit more pitch in it, because after takeoff I have to pull back a little bit to keep from going over 1850, which is red line. And I made it just like the Cincinnati out of birch, and it's a laminate, but yeah, an exact copy of the pitch and diameter and all that. And it's a 92/76, so 92-inch diameter and 76 pitch. It's a 5-cylinder radial, and I think it's the biggest 5-cylinder radial. They stuck with that design. When they first came out, they were only like 100 horsepower in the 20s. And they just kept making them bigger and bigger. And I think this is I think they did go up to 210 horse, but they didn't make many of those. Most of them are this one because they had a military contract with the Ryan company, and they put those on their PT-22s. So that's why there's so many of them. And we don't really have many parts, but the parts and engines that are there because of that. The old military contracts. Well, I had to do that on the master rod bearing on this one, and I just went to a company that does industrial bearings, and it was no problem for them. We just, I gave them all the dimensions and everything. It's an experimental airplane, so yeah, special airworthiness, so we're able to do that. But it's holding up fine. Still has good oil pressure, and I've been checking the oil for contamination, metal chips and all that, and it's doing fine.
All right, you ready to go fly?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you hear me?
Yep. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Alright, chocks are out, bolted in. Is that bigger on the squawk?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll do what we can. It's not a big deal if we don't get audio.
Alright.
But that's a loud little engine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got short stack.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the camera picked them up. I made a comment earlier, but it's kind of like boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Like, I like the sound. It's kind of goofy. How many hours you got in this thing now?
I think about 15 to 20.
15 to 20? And it's your first biplane, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you like it?
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Compared to the Peatball, you like it better?
Oh, yeah, it's got a lot more room. I can take people flying. I can go somewhere.
Yeah.
Galveston ground, lift 367, currently at lift ramp, ready to taxi to the runway with a southwest departure with weather.
Lift 367, Galveston ground, runway 36, taxi via Bravo Alpha, cross runway 32.
Taxi via runway 36, cross Bravo, and Alpha, lift 367.
You want to try that again?
Oh, he's giving him a hard time. What's your cruise speed?
It is about 110.
Okay.
Lift 367.
And rotate speed?
About I look for 8.
Thank you.
80, okay. Well, I'm along for the ride. I don't have anything up here, so I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah.
No instruments up front.
Taxiing with the brakes, I can keep the RPM up so it'll warm up.
Yeah, I can't believe you're in it for 30 minutes and it's actually getting cooler
Yeah.
while you're running it.
That's when we had it at low idle.
What temp does she like to stay at?
40 is good, but I don't think we'll be able to get it to 40. I'm about 30.
Okay.
The manual says just wait until 27C.
Okay.
Yeah, and we will have that, I believe.
It's Celsius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make sure we at least have that.
Ground, did that drone call for clearance?
Say again?
Did that drone call you for clearance for you into the airspace?
Yes, we have some people up here that help bring it along, so we're aware of his operation.
Oh, wow. Those drones.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get that on film. That's crazy. I haven't seen them out here before. Yeah, I've never seen that in Galveston.
Yeah, they were operating out of here for a while. For like a week or two in the past.
I can't hear you very well when this runs up, so I'm just along for the ride. If you want to say anything out loud for the video, like what you're looking for and run up and all that stuff, feel free to do that.
Okay, got you.
And then just once you're on the pattern or whatever you want to do.
All right.
It was right about here when our audio completely cut out. and we no longer had any intercom. Because of that, I wasn't really able to get any audio to voice over these clips, so y'all enjoy as we fly for a grand total of about 10 minutes. It was cold. I was very impressed on this climb out. I didn't have any instruments on the panel, but I'd like to estimate anywhere from 800 to 1,000 feet per minute at least, just based off a sight picture. Just really incredible, especially because we're behind a little Kenner. You know, going up in this Great Lakes, there's two of us. You know, we're between the two of us, we weigh a little bit, and this thing was just launching off the ground. To be fair, we had about a 15-knot headwind straight down the runway, and it's a cold day, so that definitely helped. But I was really impressed. I gave Winston a thumbs up when I had about had it. My face was pretty much frozen off at that point, and we turned back down the beach and headed back to land. Winston gave us a beautiful little wheel landing, and we took it back to the hangar. Alright, Winston, well, thanks for flying with me today.
Oh, yeah.
They should
Thanks,
probably
it was
throw us
fun.
in the loony bin for
Yeah.
going up in those
Yeah,
temperatures.
it's too cold for open cockpit today.
I'm probably looking pretty haggard, too. That was pretty intense in the front. I
Yeah.
mean, half my face is frozen. I feel like I went to the dentist. So, thank you guys for watching. This is a really cool airplane. We'll have to go again sometime when it's
Yep.
real warm in the summer and
Heck yeah.
can do a better video. But needed the content for the week, and hell, why not go up in the Great Lakes? So.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Well, we actually do have behind-the-scenes footage on this episode. I haven't been able to be as consistent as I'd like to be with that, but I'm catching up. So y'all check out our Patreon because that's where it's going to be, and we will see y'all next time.